Every landlord's nightmare. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this Yahoo article discussing every landlord's nightmare. Rental property trashed by tenants. Now, I know everyone wants to be a landlord here in Australia and the capital growth, in housing, I can appreciate wanting to take advantage of that and to negative gear it to reduce your taxes you pay. I can understand that, but having to deal with this type of stuff just seems exhausting. And they're constantly changing the rules, making it tougher and more expensive. I mean, here today, or not today, a few days ago, we had smoke detectors person come to check all the smoke detectors in the property that we were renting. And they wanted to turn off the power without giving us any notice while I was working. And I told them to get stuffed, not happening. You come another day, give us more notice. And think about it, that's another cost. To make everyone safe, to ensure it's all working. Sure, fantastic, but that drives up rent. All of these things drive up rent. Dealing with this shit will drive up rent. So I mean, if you're just doing it for the cash flow, you know why it is. So because people have access to, they can leverage easier into housing than anything else. I mean, if you could easily borrow, $500,000 to $1 million at 5%, 7%, chuck it in an exchange traded fund or a real estate investment trust and get a monthly return from that without having to deal with any of this stuff. I mean, would you do it? Guys, let me know. So, an Australian landlord planning to sell his investment property in Melbourne was shocked to discover the state in which the tenants left his home. Hoping to sell up and retire, Kevin Martin claims he gave the tenants 90 days to vacate the property and find a new rental. But when they did, it was left in ruins. The 55-year-old handyman is now facing huge costs to get the house back up to scratch and repair damage left behind by the tenants. But it's so badly trashed, he says the house needs to be pulled down and thrown in the bin and admits it's causing him to lose sleep at night. Really? I mean, what damage have they done? Okay, they've smashed up the oven. I mean, that's a funny thing. When my mother sold her house, she cleaned everything. She cleaned like an insane woman. And she took the glass out of the oven and to clean it and then put it in and smashed it all. So we had to give some money back to the buyer during that handover process because the oven was smashed. So they got a new oven. But, you can replace it. That's $500. That's furniture. You can chuck that out. Where's the structural damage? When Kevin arrived at his investment property, he found the dishwasher still packed with dirty dishes. The oven door was hanging off and the cooktop was missing. I don't know why you do that, he told The Current Affair. Oh, what? Huh? No, but you just take the bits off. Aren't they lying over here? They just didn't clean it? Oh, man. But that's not the worst of it. The laundry, piles of dirty clothes remained, and there's rotten furniture strewn across the house. There's even what appears to be splattered blood across the walls and a shed filled with junk. It's like a nightmare, he said. Well, who is your real estate agent? Okay, who is your real estate agent letting these people in there? Why aren't they inspecting or checking? Or are you renting it out yourself? Is that the moral of the story here? So, do you think more needs to be done to protect landlords? That's a good question. Yes, it's not fair. No, they're already privileged. I'm torn. You know what? Let's copy that question. We'll put it on my poll. Do you think what needs to be done to protect landlords? Text. Yes. It's not fair. No, we'll see what we get from the response from the viewers of the channel here. Already privileged. Oh boy. I get the feeling a lot of people really don't understand what the average landlord's like. Okay, we'll post that there. And you'll be able to have your vote on it, and we'll come back at the end of this video to see if anyone's voted. Just refresh that. Shocking footage of the property captured by the program shows mouldy walls and floors and buckling floorboards. When Kevin arrived at the house after the tenants moved out, He said it was covered in water. He believes they'd been hosing down the inside of the home. There's a filthy smell that's driving me nuts. That frustrates me. So did they just go through and ruin the property? Was hoping to sell the property and retire, but now he has to pay to clean it up. Maybe it's just worth tearing it down. Depends on where it is, honestly. If someone's just going to buy it to tear down anyway, spend the 15 grand and just demolish it. Get rid of it. Fed up landlords are exiting the rental market. Cameron is one of many landlords selling up and stepping away from the rental market, further adding to the strain of the current rental crisis. Now, you'll have all the people that are going, yes, fantastic, they'll sell up and someone else will buy. We still need a stock of properties available for people to rent. Okay, we need to build new homes for people to buy, and we need to keep a whole lot of properties there for people to rent as you move around, transition through different phases in your life. If we don't have enough landlords, we're going to wind up like Ireland, where they tinkered with the rental market to make it fair, and it all stuffed up. And then you had, a couple of hundred houses or rentals available in the entire country, and people lining up in the streets. It could just get even worse here. We're seeing a large number of rent providers either looking to get out or exit the market, and I'm talking very sizable numbers. Quintin Killian, CEO of Real Estate Institute of Victoria, said, well, yeah, Victoria, guys. Landlords' rights, I think, have been eroded over the past couple of years, more so than any other time in our history. The government needs to stop seeing rent providers as some sort of enemy or cash cow, he added. Aside from renters' bond and insurance, I've heard from landlords how useless the insurance is with regard to repaying for damage. So, where is it? Okay. Aside from renters' bond and insurance, he said landlords have little other recourse when their homes are left ruined. So there you go. That's it. So what my viewer is saying about this, let's load up the poll. We'll go here. Come on. What do you reckon, guys? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Bear with me a moment. We'll load it up. Okay, and we have gotten 17 votes in the 2 minutes that this has been running. 47% of the viewers said yes, it's not fair. No, they're already privileged. And we've had one comment. Let's have a look. Major rental crisis. We need to do a lot more to help the main suppliers, the landlords. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's the reality of it. And I think the only people that love bashing landlords are too immature to understand the reality of what being a landlord is like and the fact that they're providing a service to all of us. Hey, and they all happen to vote for one party. Well, let's have a bit of a chat about this guy. So what do you reckon? Those of you that are landlords out there, and I know many viewers of the channel are, is it worth it? If you could do it again, would you do it? Or would you do other things with your money? Or if those of you that have chose to invest in other means, do you prefer it? So there's the one issue I have with it, you're putting so much in one property. A big chunk of money in one property. You can't spread it out as easily or liquidate it as easily as the share market. But you can make fantastic capital gains, can't you? Anyway, we'll see what happens. I think Victoria's going to have even more rental issues as people just get out of that state, get out of that market. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Thank you all for watching. Check out HiserBim or Heiser Does. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube. You can use our referral links or buy our merch or finally call me if you need an architect. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.